Okay, in this video, we're going to be doing a quick dive into the Red Fox Analytics platform. So I'm going to start from the Red Fox page, and I'm going to go ahead and hit login. And it's going to load. There's going to be some loading in this page, so get comfy. I'm going to go ahead and enter my information here. Probably should have configured this ahead of time. I'm a big perpetrator or user of LastPass. I don't think I'd be able to do a thing without LastPass myself. Okay, so now we're going to go into a portal. And we're going to go answer some questions that you might encounter in your analytics journeys. So once I'm on this homepage, you're like, wow, that's a lot of color. What the heck is going on? Well, there are a series of powerful reports that are housed under each of these buckets, such as sales trends, or distribution, or pricing. And so you, as a category analyst, are able to go dig in and learn more about what you're specifically trying to answer. It's all built on top of Tableau, as you might be able to see there. And so we'll just go ahead and log in real fast into Tableau. And what I'm going to see next is going to be a navigation pane. And so that navigation pane is going to prompt me to pick a data source. We're going to go ahead and use Nielsen today for our analysis. Okay, so now I am in this report. I am in one of our Red Fox Analytics sales reports. And what do we have here? We have a market scorecard. You'll see at the top, kind of breaking apart this page so we can figure out how to help you use it, that we have market, category, and brand. So as we move through this report, what you should know is that this report is already been pre-configured to answer different kinds of questions that you might have. So if I'm at the market question, maybe I'm wondering how my brand is performing across different markets. Maybe I'm wondering about how it's performing in specific markets that I'm responsible for because I'm the West Coast sales rep or something along those lines. In the category page, maybe I need to know how I am doing or how craft beer as a beer supplier is doing in relation to that fun flavored malt beverage. Finally, we have the brand sales trends. This is going to give us some additional context to maybe how my beer is doing into our particular segmentation of craft. How are we doing in that larger picture? Okay, so let's go check out brand sales trends. Let's see what we can learn. So we're going to load up brand sales trends. And what we're going to see here is going to be a brand scorecard. We got a nice little source here. We can see it's Nielsen, it's the last 52 weeks, and that's our final period, pretty recent refresh. Okay, along the bottom are a series of filters. Each of these filters are the ones that we think you're going to be using most of the time. So you can change that time period. Maybe you want to go look in the last 13 weeks, in the last fiscal business quarter, as opposed to the last year, just because you are dealing with COVID and you need to go get insights that are a little bit more timely than the last year. Right now you can see it's tuned to Southern California, but maybe you don't have anything to do with that Southern California market. Maybe you are a NorCal Albertson guy and you need to go break apart those insights. You can see it's ranked, subsegment, and we can deselect brands. So here we're ranking by dollar sales, but we've gone ahead and put it in a smart rank. So maybe I instead want to look at dollar growth. I want to know how I am doing in relation. Oh, not as much growth in the craft segment. Stone jumps down to position 139. Maybe we'll go back to dollar sales. That sounds like a better area for us to be. And then you can see right now the subsegment is tuned to craft, so we're looking at all things craft beer. There's this deselect brands. Maybe I feel, pretty strongly that Blue Moon, they're not really an indie craft guy. They're like big CPG. We don't want to count them. So I'm going to just take them out of my ranking. Then I'm going to go to my additional filters here and pop that open, and I can play the filter game like a beast. Maybe I need to only look at Stone Brewing. I could do that from the manufacturer page. If I need to go look at specific pack sizes because I'm only interested in 6-packs, maybe I have an initiative for low alcoholic beer, or I want the most alcoholic beer. I can play with those filters to get me those insights. A really fun button right here is chart dimension. Remember earlier how I mentioned things were already tuned to the market, category, and brand? Well, you have that flexibility yourself. We set it up for you the first time. That doesn't mean you can't break apart these reports. So, if you instead wanted to go change this to be dimensionality for pack sizes, you can go use that chart dimension button, and this will go ahead and flip into the context of pack sizes. Now if I start deselecting different brands, I'm really able to hone in on specifically what I'm trying to find. These are really flexible reports, you guys, and they're built to help you get to actually answering your questions. But you have to have the right questions to back you. So what kind of question might we ask of this data? Well, say I want to know about 12-packs. So I want to know how 12-packs are doing, and I want to know how my brand's 12-packs are doing. So I'm going to go ahead and deselect everything except for Stone. And I'm going to go on the brand extension level. So brand extension is going to give me a little bit more additional information. So now let's take a look at our 12-packs across different, in fact, I'm going to switch up one thing. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm instead going to look at 12-ounce 12-packs. And we can see that actually doesn't change anything. Anything that is a 12-pack, I think, is actually a 12-ounce 12-pack. So we see that Stone Assorted here is the majority of the sales. Look at that, 99.7% of the sales. Well, okay, so let's go a little bit more granular. So instead of looking at the brand level, let's go ahead and look at the item level. And so we're going to break apart that Stone Assorted. And there it is. There's our item. It's in fact one item. It's a power SKU, if you would, that is accounting for all of these sales. What else is going on with it? We can see that sales are down. Well, that's not very good. I wonder what's causing that. So if we want to answer what's causing that, why don't we take a look at one of our other reports? Just that'll be a little bit more visual. So we were in what, Albertson Co. NorCal division? Cool. We're going to go ahead and change that geography here to the Albertson Co. Northern division. Oh, where are you? There it is. And we're going to go ahead and brand family, that's fine. We can stay on Stone. We'll play that filter game. We're going to go ahead and look at the 12-packs. Cool. Okay, and then, you know what? We know it's almost all 1-pack, so we can actually probably leave it on. Because remember that we had just that one item that was 99.7% of our sales. So I'm not even going to mess with the item filters. If I were trying to be super accurate, I probably would. Okay, so we need to answer that question. Why the hell are our sales down on our power SKU? So there's our 134K. Remember that from before. We can see again that the sales are down. So 2 questions to ask. One, is it non-promoted or promoted? Well, this tree is going to answer it pretty quickly. Looks like promotional volume is actually pretty light. It's not promotional because these are all pretty positive numbers. So we're going to look at the non-promoted volume. Ooh, that non-promoted dollar sales change. That's negative 33%. Okay, so what's causing that? Well, let's go to the next leg of the tree. Was it either distribution or was it velocity? And if we mouse over here, we can see that there are some additional definitions here just in case you need one. But TDP, or total points of distribution, is a Nielsen measure that effectively says how many stores you're in, and also applies some of the quality of those stores. So we can see that TDP is actually up 1.6%. So what does that mean? It means it's velocity. It means that we are getting less sales per turn of our point of our distribution. So we've answered where that's coming from. Less people are frequently buying. So how are we going to go increase our velocity? Are we going to go look at our execution next? Maybe we're not getting all of this promotional. The fact that I see some 0 in display, maybe we're missing some execution on some display ones that we paid for and should have gotten. Or maybe our temporary price reductions that we ran didn't actually get tracked by retailers. Either way, we have a clue into why and what caused it, and we know where we can go next to start looking at that. So that's just in summary a little bit how you can use Red Fox Analytics. Thank you so much. This has been Kenneth, and it's been great talking to you.